Hello, welcome. You are on the Heart of Success show, and I'm your host, Larisa Vakulina. I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time. Here on this show, I share and explain and provide some tools, tips, and techniques about how you can create success. But for the last couple of shows, and everything that happens in the world, I kind of share a little bit of my own personal stand and also share how we all collectively can create success in saving humanity. That's the grand task that we all are participants of. And many of us assume that we really have a minimal influence. But today I would like to share with you my thoughts about how we all can become a revolutionary agents for change, right? So people always fear change. We all afraid changing what we so dearly create and build in our lives, and most of us now feel really powerless or uninfluential because we see how everything is changing in the world around us, and we think that we are just in individuals without some influential tools except the vote in corrupt political system, which we know that doesn't make any difference anyway. So we keep saying to ourselves, well, I'm just a person, I'm decent, I'm not doing or influencing or creating anything that's happening and collapsing around me right now. But this is very an illusionary thought within ourselves, because we are creators of everything and all the reality that is outside of us. So right now we are direct participants in the global war. There's many different wars right now that we are experiencing. So there's not only the war between two countries, there's information war. I'm talking about war. There's information war, there's emotional coercion war, there's a truth and fake war, there's the ego wars between leaders and political powers. There is a war between each other, and there's also a spiritual war. While we all experiencing and having pain and emotional reactions towards this physical representation of war, we not really clearly aware of the spiritual war that is going behind or inside of us, and we kind of don't understand what does that mean, right? So the spirit doesn't really reside in our brain. Spirit resides and lives in our heart and in our souls. And the spirit trades in the currency of energy and vibration. Can you just sink in what I was saying? So the spiritual war is about trading in a currency of your energy and vibration. So if we really keep ignorant about what's happening in all sorts of levels and realities, the physical, the materialistic, the emotional, the psychological, the mental and spiritual, and what is really happening is that spiritual is a base for everything that sits on it, and everything sits on the vibration. So we need to learn how we can trade in the currency of the energy and vibration. And while we have the impulse and the pulling power and forces to act from the emotional reaction of what we see and what we hear, we become busy to take some actions from that emotional impulses and reactions. We forget that the spiritual war that is going on right now is inviting us to look at ourselves on a deeper level, right? So you have all the power to become a revolutionary agent for change while you doing all this busy stuff with blaming, judging, pointing finger at someone else, and taking sides and taking rights and wrongs. You're not a revolutionary agent for change. So that goes much more deeper into your soul, into your truth, right? That goes into your spirit. And creator gave you all the tools that necessary for you to become this revolutionary agent for change. And you are already doing it, but you don't have awareness of from what level you're doing it, on which realm of your actions and thoughts and emotions and feelings you are placing your actions towards building the peace. Because if you do it from the place of judgment, from the place of anger, hatred, from the place of division, separation, well, then you're not creating peace, really. You're creating further and much more deeper division and separation. I already told it on my previous episode, and my heart is in pain. My heart is bleeding, and I'm crying for people to start to take the power back to ourselves. Take that given ability for us to become a revolutionary agent for change, because you are given the influential tools of free will and discernment. So you need to start to really apply these tools if you would like to see the revolutionary movement towards creating much more aligned, peaceful, and loving world, right? So the tools of free will and discernment. So because we are so heavily involved in that, truth and fake informational war, we saw involved between expressing our own opinions on other and actually not expressing it in a way of the respect and listening opinion of other, but we're doing it from that place of fear, place of the anger, and place of the separation. So the tools that God gives us, the creator gives us, is really in our navigation system. It is in us. We never ever been disconnected from it. So it's time to connect to these tools of great truthful discernment and a truthfulness and power of your free will. So it's up to you what you are going to choose. Are you choosing life or death? Are you choosing peace or war? Are you choosing lies or truth? Right? This is in your power. You can become a very influential agent for agency, agent for change. I'm sorry. This is a little bit full, mouthful of the expressions that my secondary language of, not my mother language is struggling, right? And I'm also, I feel the pull and push of all of these forces that we are now feeling around us. But this is the challenge, and this is the task that we all are now choose to come and participate in this time in humanity's transformation and transitioning. So I invite you all to start to really think about it. Don't really attach yourself to the wars on the level of the practical and level of the materialistic expressions that you see around you, that you feel, that you hear. I invite you to put yourself and get yourself and lift yourself above into that spiritual war that it is right now, very real. But a lot of people don't understand how they can make contribution and how they can make the difference. So, as I already said, spirit is in your heart, spirit is in your soul, and the trait of the spirit in the currency of energy and vibrations. Wherever you vibrate outside of yourself, that's what you create more. And universe and a natural law making it and multiplying it 100 times more. So we all and each of us needs to be responsible for what's going on right now around the world. And the ones that who already woke up to this reality, and the ones that are already sorted out the integrated navigation system that given to us by creator, they are full participants of the creating the new peaceful war-free and control-free world. So join us in that peaceful but very, very powerful revolutionary changes. And you, each of you, can become that agent of the change if you really start to understand how the manifestation and how creative power works, right? I would like to really wish you stay centered, stay in yourself, and before you jump into any judgmental, blaming expression of your feelings, please stay with yourself and ask yourself a question. What currency of exchange I'm creating right now? What currency of energy and vibration I am actually putting out there, and want that comfort of me actively participating in changing the world from that place of fear is really not helping create the peaceful world. So I would like, and I know a lot of people don't really know how to do that. So I would like maybe to share with you a tool in 5 minutes. You can really shift your mind from the stress, from anxiety, from fear, from disempowered state where you at. That's right now is at the bottom of my screen. If you go, this is free and you can download it. You can go and get 5 minutes to read it, get to understand this practical exercise that can really help you to start to get yourself into that center of yourself, that connection that never been broken. It's only that your awareness of this connection is broken. You don't have the awareness that this connection and these influential tools that the creator gave you is always with you. It's only that you allow yourself to be taken out and acting in that outer environment and space, which is full of separation and division, which is full of the validation and improvement of the ego self. The ego loves war, and it is acting in a space of these wars between each other, and everyone is starting to break and relationships. It's a real war. So if you would like to start to help yourself, well, then you seek for some help. Well, this is your help here, right here. 5 minutes exercise. Shift your mind from your stress, fear, from that hopelessness into a place where you can become a revolutionary agent for change, right? There's another one. This one is a workshop that can teach you to assist you from overwhelm to balance. because we all right now not only overwhelmed with our works and professional duties, we overwhelmed with everything that happening outside of us. And this is another tool. This is not for free, but it's really cost nothing in comparison with the pain and suffering and all this thought process of destruction and death. It is nothing. You can really go through this workshop at your own personal time, in the comfort of your zone, and you can assist yourself greatly to start to become a revolutionary agent for change, right? So I would like to really invite you, and please just choose life for ourselves and choose life for this planet that we actually abused for so long, and we for eons tried and tried and tried to use the tools that come from the separated place in ourselves. We tried it for many thousands years, where we express our frustration, where we express our anger, where we express all these uncomfortable feelings, and we thinking we helping to build the peace. This is quite the opposite. We feeding the ego that creates more division and war, right? So I just invite you to turn away from choosing that death and distractions. And I would like to finalize today's episode with the quote that is really powerful and really relevant to what we are living right now. So when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know the peace. That's by Jimi Hendrix. So thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for listening and trying to equip yourself with the tools. If you still didn't reach the state where the God's given tools, the Creator's given tools of the free will and truth and discernment and honesty and integrity and love, well, then these tools that I'm sharing with you can really help you to understand it all on a level of your logical and critical thinking. But make that transition, make this journey from your brain into your heart, where the spirit will assist you in that spiritual war that we all right now. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank you, friends, to be here with me, MJ, as always. And I would like just to put this the music, the outro music. And I wish you all stay with yourself, be centered. That way you help more and much more powerfully to the world peace.